The Los Angeles County District Attorney now saying the Menendez brothers don't deserve a new trial. That now puts the ball in the court of the state's governor or its courts to decide what happens next for the brothers. And this is the latest in a controversial case that has captured national attention for decades.
Governor Newsom has the constitutional power, and it's unilateral, to grant that petition of clemency and commute the Menendez's case and release them immediately. He has that power today. He's had that power since 2019. He can exercise it. However, he has no deadline.
Now, we're going to see the brothers in court for that highly anticipated resentencing hearing less than a month from now. And the DA says that he'll weigh in on that soon. But remember, the brothers, now in their 50s, are serving life without parole for the 1989 murders of their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez. Both brothers say they were sexually, physically, and emotionally abused for years by their parents. Dana Griffin is joining me now from Los Angeles. And Dana, let's start off here with the district attorney who's poking holes in some of the alleged new evidence in the case. That's kind of the news peg here. What more are we learning from the DA?
Yeah. So the biggest point here with this habeas petition is that you have to present some sort of new evidence that would have altered the decision of the jury back in that trial that happened back in the 90s. And those two pieces of evidence was the letter that Erik allegedly wrote to a cousin back in the 80s. And also you have the testimony from, or you have the account from Roy Rosello, the Menudo band member who alleged sexual abuse by Jose Menendez as well. Well, the issue here is that the DA said that during that second trial, yes, there was evidence presented about the sexual abuse, but that letter never came up. And when you're filing and when you have a piece of evidence, it has to come forth within a substantial time. And in this case, that did not happen. Take a listen.
One piece being an undated photocopy of a letter purportedly sent by Erik Menendez to his cousin Andy Cano, in which it discusses sexual abuse that was being experienced by Erik, perpetrated against him by his father.
And because they cannot substantiate that letter, also the cousin, Andy Cano, he died in 2023. So they have no way to corroborate this letter. So at this point, the DA is not recommending this habeas corpus petition. So you've got two other tries, the governor granting clemency, or you have to remember, we also have that resentencing hearing, which is coming up next month. Brian?
So, Dana, let's talk a little bit more about that resentencing, because as I understand, the decision really lies in the hands of a judge there. So are there any clues, especially after the proceedings today, on how that could go?
Yeah, well, the next thing that happens is Hochman will probably do, the DA here will probably do what we just saw today, another press release and another filing, putting out his stance on whether he believes the brothers should be resentenced or not. However, this is still up to a judge. The judge is going to hear testimony from both sides, weigh all the evidence, and make the ultimate decision on if the brothers are resentenced. If they are resentenced, that means they no longer have to possibly serve life without the possibility of parole, which leaves open the possibility to go before a parole board and they could be released. Also, you've got Governor Gavin Newsom, who says he is waiting to hear what the judge says. And depending on what happens at that hearing, the governor could also decide to let the brothers walk free at any moment.
Yeah, many twists and turns in this case. Dana Griffin, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.